had to walk a mile in the shoes of women facing the daily challenges of finding childcare, safe housing, and support in recovery. Well, that's exactly what an upcoming event will let you experience. Joining us now is Noelle Edwards with House of Bread to talk about their immersive event happening this week. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so for people who don't know what House of Bread is, talk to me a little bit about your organization and what you all do.
House of Bread is a job skills training and mentorship program for women in Roanoke who are under-resourced. So that can look like someone who is coming out of incarceration, someone who is in recovery from addiction, someone who has experienced trauma and is needing a fresh start in life. And we teach them through baking. We work together in a commercial kitchen, and then we also teach workshops, and they're paired with mentors to work towards their individual goals as well.
That is so neat. And I saw some of the pictures of the bread you guys make, and it looks so delicious on top of, all the amazing things you guys are doing. Now, this event that's coming up, it's coming up on Wednesday. It is a really neat experience. Talk to me about that immersive event.
Right. So we really want to give people the sense of what it is like to have to kind of do the things that all of us want to do, right? We all want a safe place to live. We all want to be able to provide for our families and spend time with people we love. And that is harder for some people than others because of the systems in place in our world and in our city. And so we're bringing people in. They're going to work in groups to take on the persona of a fictitious woman who represents some of the women who work with us at House of Bread. They're going to visit stations like the DMV and housing and employment and try to get those needs met in the role of this fictitious woman, and sort of experience some of the feelings, some of the panic that happens, some of the stress that can happen when you've got so many things stacked against you.
That is a really neat experience to kind of showcase, because a lot of people don't realize what women go through that are facing these challenges. And why do you think it's so important, for members of our community to understand these struggles?
Well, I think the world is always better when we understand each other and have more empathy for our neighbors. I think that's the foundation. I think also a lot of us are in the position to make change. I mean, we can vote differently. We can lobby our government leaders. And then, if we're in roles of power too, we can change things at our workplaces and within the city that actually make a very tangible difference for people. One example that I like to give that people don't often realize is the DMV is not on the bus line. And so if you are relying on the bus for transportation and you need an ID or any of the other services the DMV provides, that's a big challenge to be able to get there. And as someone who has a car and is able to drive where I need to go, that's not something I realized until I started working with House of Bread and hearing people's stories. And so those sorts of things I think are important for people to understand that you might not understand just listening to statistics.
Absolutely. Well, that is all our time for this morning. I will have all of the information on this event happening on Wednesday on our website at WSLS.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you.